Hi, today I'll be showing you how to set up Minion. Minion is a security-first personal AI agent. What does that mean? It means that whatever it encounters in the wild, that's in the internet, it scrutinizes it before it dumps it into your system. So it doesn't just go to URLs or get contents and dump. It has to screen it through the security layer before it dumps it into your system. That way, keeping your system or the environment where you set up Minion safe. Minion works across Telegram, Discord, WhatsApp, Slack, or even on your terminal, and it handles your tasks autonomously. It connects with any LLM provider, works in cloud or locally. So I'll be showing you how to set up Minion using OpenRouter. First, we'll go to the website or the GitHub repository and do the call install. So we'll take this and we'll paste it in here, and we are now downloading it. When Minion is installing, or when Minion installs, it installs the default config file, which is what we are going to be modifying during our setup. Now we're going to skip step 1, which is adding our API key. We'll be moving to step 2, and I will guide you step by step on how to set it up and also add your API key. So Minion setup. This is the default, so we're going to say yes because we want to modify it. So name, you can just add anything. I'm just going to put that. And for the time zone, I'm going to use America or New York. This is because if you're going to set up your cron job, you need it to work with the time that you set it up for. So English, yes. Default model is Anthropic Claude Sonnet 4.6. So we're going to use the default settings, and I'll show you how to modify these default settings. Temperature, we're going to put 0.7. So we're just going to click enter, 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 enter. Now we have the Brave API. If your agent is Minion is going to work as a web agent or a web search agent, you can have Brave for your API key. You can have Tavily, or you can even use Search XNG. If you're going to use it as something that works with your GitHub, you have to get your GitHub token, which will be added to your file. Then the Telegram bot, if you're setting up Telegram, this is how you have to set it up. Now, enable prospecting. This is if you want your agent to be a prospecting agent, you will say yes. But since we do not want a prospecting agent for now, we will say no. Now, enable periodic heartbeats, we'll say yes. So this is 30 minutes. If you want to modify this, you can modify it to maybe an hour, 30 minutes. So we're going to leave it at the default. And now it has set up this. So it's created your minion.json file, which is your config. It has created your user.md. It has created your memory.md. It has created your skills folder. Now it has also created your heartbeat, where it adds your periodic tasks to. Now the next step would have been to do minion agent hello, but because we didn't set this on time when we are setting this up, we'll have to set it up before we run that chat. So to set it up, we'll have to modify our minion.json file. So I'm going to write open and type in this. When I click it, it's going to open for me on gravity or anti-gravity. For you, it can open on your whatever text editor that you have. Now here is where we're going to do our modifications. Here shows the models and the providers we want to use. Here shows the agents, how we want our agent, the settings we want for our agent. Here you have sub agent profiles. If you want to trace sub agents, get their profiles, this is where you do it. You have your channels, so WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack. You have your gateway. Its host is 127.0.0.1, unlike those that set up with 0.0.0, and the port is 777. Now we have our tools, which is the web. We have the web for search. We have a browser. Now this browser works with Minion, but we'll have to disable it because it's still under testing. So we're going to do false for the browser. Then offload is true. We have our code interpreter, which is default false. We have MCP servers, but since we are not using MCP for now, we are going to skip it. Then trace, this is if you want to observe what your agent is doing. You can enable it. It comes disabled by default. Now for security, it comes enabled. That is the main reason, or the main layer that Minion works with. So it's recommended you leave it as true. Do not try to make it false, else there is a high tendency that your agent is going to bring in something that is not supposed to bring into your system. Now your heartbeat, so 30 enabled interval, so this is 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes it's going to pop up. Then your memory, this is the memory is already enabled, tells you where your memories are saved. You have the short-term memory, the long-term memory. Then your sessions is going to tell you how many days you can modify this. Then your usage, you can set up your usage for your API, so no more API surprises. Now let's set up our models. We're going to be using OpenRouter for this. I'll come over here. So this is my OpenRouter account. I do not have API keys yet, so I'm going to create an API key. Let me say minion test. So this is my minion test. I'm going to create this, and it has given me my API key, and I'm going to copy it. Now I've copied it, close, then come back to my my terminal, and I'm going to use this command that it gave, this nano minion env. So I'm going to do nano that's minion dot env. You can also do open this .env, but I'll prefer we do nano. Then come here, it already has a Anthropic API key, it has the OpenAI API key, it has your Telegram bot token, everything that you can replace. But since we're not using any of that, we are using OpenRouter. I'm going to do OpenRouter API key equals this. So I've set up my OpenRouter API key. So I'm going to do Control O, so CTRL O, or Control O if you're on Mac. So once I click it, this comes up file name to write. I just click enter or return on Mac, then Control X or CTRL X on Windows. Then I already have this, has already set up my env for OpenRouter. Then I'll come back to my minion, which is where my editor or my text editor has opened the config file, and I'm going to start adding my provider. So the provider we are using is OpenRouter. So I'm going to have my base URL. So this is trying to be helpful, but it's not. Then I'll have to do OpenRouter API key. So OpenRouter API key, bro. Then I think I'm going to switch off the auto help because it's not helpful. It's getting on my nerves. Then I'll have API, which is going to be OpenAI. Then I'm going to have models. So that's going to be, no, it's not going to be primary. What the hell is wrong with this? So it's not going to be primary, it's going to be ID. So we're going to have ID. Okay, so I think this is, it has to be the square bracket before the curly braces. So id is going to be, now we don't have Claude yet, so I'll be going to the model and we'll be using Anthropic for this. So Anthropic, and we're going to be using Claude Sonnet. You can use any other model. So I'm going to copy this, click on this copy, and come on here and paste this, but I'm going to remove this part here because I just need the name. Then I want the name, which is going to be Claude Sonnet. I'm going to switch off this Claude Sonnet. Then we'll have reasoning. So reasoning is going to be true. We don't need vision. We need input. So input, that the input it should expect is text. Should be expecting text input. So text. Then it should expect, we want our context window. So we want to have context window, which is going to be 20,000, 2123, and we want to have max tokens to be 4096, and then we'll go to this, then replace this with what we pasted in before, then come over here and then add open router slash Anthropic so that it's able to see it, so that it's going to be able to see it, and we have everything working or set up. So let's do our final check-ins. Okay, now let's run this. So minion agent m hello, and let's see. Okay, so the quote doesn't work. Let's do this without the quote or the exclamation mark, my bad. So let's do that without the exclamation mark and see what or how it works. Waiting, and we're good. Yep, these are the logs for you to see what's going on. So yeah, hey, what's up? How can I help you today? So Minion is working. If you liked this video, follow, subscribe to our channel, like, share. We'll be making more tutorial videos on how to use Minion. Our next tutorial will be on how to set up Minion for different providers, and also set up Minion, your skills on Minion, and how to actually use it as an agent. Thank you.